Welcome to cruiseyseadays. My name is Danny and this is a ship tour with deck plans of P&O Australia's Pacific Encounter. Before we begin the tour, let's start with a few facts about the ship. She was built in 2002 as a Star Princess for Princess Cruises. She was transferred in 2021 to P&O Australia as Pacific Encounter. It has 17 decks, 13 of which are accessible to passengers. Has a passenger capacity of 2,600 passengers. The onboard currency is the Australian dollar. If you're a smoker, smoking areas are on Deck 7 starboard side, Deck 14 starboard side, Deck 15 port side, and Deck 16 aft starboard side between the hours of 6pm and 6am. Let's start off with Deck 4. This is the lowest passenger deck. From the middle elevators and stairs you can access the medical centre and the tenders when in use. From the forward elevators and stairs you can access the return tenders and ship when docked in port. On Deck 5 in the middle of the deck is the first of the included restaurants, the Waterfront. It's open for breakfast every day, lunch on sea days, and dinner every day, offering a variety of classic dishes and cutting edge cuisine. The menu during dinner changes slightly depending on the day. On the port side we have the lounge, library, board games area and a quieted shelter area, perfect if you want to relax during the day. During our cruise, the Noosa, which I'll show later on, had the board games and books available. Next to that is the essentials, selling all the essentials you may need during your cruise, including medications, sun care, and power essentials for your phones. On the port side we have Charlie's Bar, providing the perfect place to grab a drink and have the view of the port side of the ship. Next we have the Avalon Cafe, perfect for that morning coffee. It also offers cakes, pastries and salads. Most food items are $4 except for the cookies. It also has pies and sausage rolls. In the middle is the main lobby. Come here for any lobby parties and entertainment that they may have. Across on the starboard side is Lily's, providing the perfect place for the views of the starboard side of the ship, as well as a place to grab a drink. Ahead is the Destinations Lounge. Come here to book your short tours or future cruises when they are open. There are also plenty of lounges if you just want to sit around. The rest of the deck is passenger cabins and a guest laundry. On Deck 6 of the aft we have the second of the included restaurants, the Dragon Lady, serving up a mix of Asian style offerings. The restaurant has two different menus depending on the day that you go. It's only accessible via the aft elevators and stairs, so if you have a booking you have to access Deck 7 before you can get there. Toward the middle of the ship is Angelo's, the third included restaurant, serving up Italian style dishes. The restaurant also has two different menus depending on the day that you go. Now we have the tax and duty free stores. Starting on the port side with the beauty studio, then onto the starboard side with Brody's for your duty free. And the Encounter store for your P&O merchandise. Ahead we have guest services. Come here if you have any issues with your holiday and they will either help or find the help that you need. Ahead on the port side we have the Life Studio. Come here if you want a professional photo session, not included during the usual professional photo setups that the ship has at night. On starboard we have the Level Up arcade, offering a variety of video game and skill games. You can change the limit that you want your kids to have if needed. Next we have the Adult Arcade, the Casino. Come here if you wish to make a donation to the ship. It offers a variety of poker machines as well as table games including blackjack, roulette, heads-up hold'em, 3-card prime poker, and video hold'em poker. If you're travelling to the Marquee for a show and going through Deck 6, you have to travel through the casino, unless you decide to go on Deck 7. Forward we have the Prohibition style bar, the Bonded store. Some of the drinks here you can't find anywhere else on the ship. Ahead on the forward of the deck we have the first level of the Marquee, the main stage, coming for shows such as 1, 7 and the Voice of the Ocean final. Now on to Deck 7. At the aft we have the second stage, the Black Circus. Shows include stand-up comedy shows, some trivias, and the popular Blanc de Blanc stage show. Coming up on starboard is the Internet Assistance Desk. If you're having trouble connecting to the internet or the P&O app, there are the people to see. Next is the Images Photo Gallery. You can see all the photos that have been taken of you from the ship's photographers. You can also come here if you want to buy a camera or memory cards. They also have the option to rent GoPros if you don't want to purchase one. Next is 400 Grandi. For an extra fee you can get pizzas and Italian style dishes. Next is the Blue Room, a jazz style lounge. We then have on starboard side, not shown on the map, the marketplace, selling different things on different days so you don't want to miss it. Next is the popular Encounter Hotel, P&O's version of the Australian pub. Then on starboard we have the Ocean Bar, perfect if you want to relax during the day, and at night you can hear the music playing from the lobby. You can also get a coffee from here. On the port side is more shops, including Clifton if you're after a watch or a timepiece. And then we have Pandora Jewellery. Next is Noosa. Come here to borrow books and games. They also have word puzzles and games available in the mornings, but there is a limited amount, so get in quick. Next we have Luke's Bar and Grill, another specialty restaurant created by Chef Luke Mangan. Come here if you're after something a little special. Next on port side is the box office. Come here to book your tickets for Blanc de Blanc. Next is the second level of the Marquee. If you're after a drink for the Marquee, a makeshift bar opens when there is an event on for the Marquee. Also on this deck it has access to the outside. Here is also one of the smokers areas on the starboard side. The deck also surrounds the whole deck except for the very forward, which goes onto deck 8. Here on deck 8 you can continue walking around. If you have some of the forward balcony rooms, it does surround them, so you might want to make sure the curtains are closed if you want some privacy. The rest of the deck is rooms except for self-serve laundry. Decks 9, 10 and 11 are all passenger cabins that have self-serve laundries. Deck 12, at the aft of the deck, is the first of the adults only section, the Oasis pool. The rest of the deck are passenger cabins except for the self-serve laundry. There's no deck 13 due to superstitions, so let's move on to deck 14. Deck 14 has the next level of the Oasis. It also has a bar that serves coffee if you need that pick-me-up. On the port side is the Shell and Bones area, but unfortunately during the sailing I was on, it wasn't operating. Next is the Pantry, P&O's version of the buffet, offering breakfast, lunch and dinner. Both sides are a mirror of each other, offering the same food on both sides. Next is the family pool, hot tubs and Magrodome Bar. Come here if the sun is getting a bit much at the main pool, but you still want to have a swim. Ahead is the New Zealand Natural Ice Cream, offering scoops of ice cream and sundaes for an extra cost. They also sell coffee if you want. Next is the main pool and hot tubs. You can also see the big screen from here. We then also have on portside Grandi Pronto, offering the smallest selection of pizzas than 400 Grandi, allowing you to get a poolside pizza for an extra fee. Next is the pool bar. Then finishing off this deck is Luke's Burger Bar. For an extra fee you can have burgers, hot dogs, chicken wings and french fries. At the after deck 15 is the top level of the Oasis area that is separated from the outdoor play area of the youth and teen centres. So if you want to go to the Oasis but not be far from the kids, you have that option. Next is the youth and teen centres, great for all kids. The age groups are Turtle Cove 2 to 5, Shark Shack 6 to 9, HQ 10 to 13 and HQ Plus 14 to 17. Ahead is the upper deck of the family pool area. Here they also have ping pong tables. Then we have the entrance for both the twin water slides and the edge experience. And on the starboard side, the exits to the water slides. Next is a big screen showing movies, sports and other things. Next is the Sky Bar, another perfect location to see the big screen if you want. Next to the Sky Bar is another smoking area. On port side we have Bondi, which looks to be a meeting room if you need it. Then on starboard is the spa and spa entrance with salon and spa treatment rooms. Here you can see the Byron Beach pool. And lastly for this deck is the fitness centre. The after deck 16 is the shuffleboard and lawn bowls area on both port and starboard. We then have the sunset bar with another pool and splash pool for the younger kids. Heading towards midship is the Edge Experience entrance and the Waterslide entrance. They don't allow GoPros on the slide, so I couldn't take a video. At the forward of the deck is the Byron Bay Beach Club, a private area for suite category M1 guests or above, which is only accessible via your cabin key. The after deck 17 is the entrance to the Altitude Nightclub. It is only accessible from the aft stairs or the outer elevators. We then have the basketball courts, accessible from the stairs near the sunset bar. It gives you a perfect view of the modified stacks when the ship was transferred from Princess Cruises, or if you want to have a game of basketball. And finally we have Deck 18, the Altitude Nightclub. During the day it's a quiet sanctuary if you want to relax away from things while getting a fantastic view of the wake of the ship, but at night it comes alive. If you want to see what an ocean view cabin looks like on the Pacific Encounter, take a look at this video here. And as always, thanks for watching.